Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dive into the sometimes murky waters of corporate filings. Today we're tackling a Form 8K from Syndax Pharmaceuticals. And trust me, this one has a twist. It's like the corporate version of musical chairs, but with executive positions. Before we get started, if you like getting to the point insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Tab, so what's the scoop? Basically, there's a changing of the guard at Syndax. A new chief medical officer is coming in and the current head of research and development is heading out. Let's get into it. The filing tells us that on May 12, 2025, Nicholas Botwood is joining Syndax as head of research and development and chief medical officer. So a big role. The filing says that before this he was a consultant. At the same time, Neil Gallagher, the current president and head of research and development, is resigning. He's sticking around for a bit to help with the change. Let's find out more about the new guy. Before Syndax, Dr. Botwood was at Bristol Myers Squibb. He had a senior role there, leading medical oncology. Before Bristol Myers Squibb, he was at AstraZeneca. It sounds like he has a pretty solid background in the pharmaceutical world. Now, the filing also mentions that there aren't any weird deals or family connections between Dr. Botwood and anyone else at the company. Always good to know. Of course, with a new executive comes a new employment agreement. Dr. Botwood's deal includes a $540,000 base salary. Plus, he gets a target bonus, which could be up to 45% of that salary, so a potentially nice bonus there. He's also getting stock options, which means the right to buy to 15,000 shares of Syndax stock. If the stock does well, he profits. This encourages him to do well for the company since he benefits if the company does. These options vest over time. Vested means he can actually buy the shares. It happens little by little over almost 4 years. On top of that, he's getting what's called a performance restricted stock unit award. This means that whether he gets the stock depends on how well he performs and hits certain goals. There is a severance package included too, if Syndax lets him go without a good reason, or if he quits for a good reason, he gets a payout. It includes money, health insurance, and accelerated vesting of his stock options. And if there's a change in control of the company like a buyout, he gets an even bigger package. This makes sense since it means that his job may be in danger from the change. The agreement also covers what happens if the payments to Dr. Botwood trigger certain tax penalties. The company will try to structure the payments so he gets the most money possible after taxes. Finally, Dr. Botwood also gets an indemnification agreement, which is basically a promise that the company will protect him from certain legal liabilities related to his job. If you want all the nitty-gritty details, the actual employment agreement is attached as an exhibit to this filing. Okay, let's move on to another part of the filing. This section covers the voting results from their annual meeting. Basically, the shareholders got to vote on a few things and the company is reporting the results. First, they voted on electing directors. All the nominees got enough votes to be elected to the board. Next, there was a vote on executive compensation, basically, whether the shareholders approved of how much the executives are getting paid. The shareholders approved this as well. Finally, they voted to ratify the selection of their independent accounting firm. Again, this passed. This part includes a press release about the executive changes. It's basically a summary of what we've already talked about. So, what does all of this mean? Well, it looks like Syndax is making a change at the top of its research is always something to monitor. Alright, that's our breakdown of Syndax's latest filing. What's your take on these executive changes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.